House File 670, Morrison, Chlorpyrifos sale, use, and application banned. Product recall and collection efforts required, and money transferred. We'd like to get this laid over prior to 2/29. So, Representative Lippert, would you like to move that bill?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, I move House File 670 for possible inclusion in the Omnibus Ag Finance Bill.
Okay, that bill is before us. Welcome to the committee, all. Please briefly present this bill, and then we'll start taking testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and Representative Morrison isn't able to be here, but just shared some remarks, so I will share these on her behalf. Chlorpyrifos is a widely used organophosphate insecticide. It was banned from residential use in 2001 because of concerns about its impacts on fetal and child development. And House File 670 is a bill to end the use of chlorpyrifos in Minnesota. In 2011, EPA scientists were unable to find any safe level of exposure to chlorpyrifos. The scientific evidence of the neurodevelopmental harms have continued to grow since then. It's linked to a multitude of neurological effects, persistent developmental disorders, autoimmune disorders, low birth weight, lower IQ, and attention problems too. A ban in the United States was planned until the Environmental Protection Agency chose to ignore the recommendations of its own scientists in 2017 and reverse course. This decision was met with alarm and outrage by the scientific and medical communities. The American Academy of Pediatrics responded with a statement saying, "There's a wealth of science demonstrating the detrimental effects of chlorpyrifos exposure to developing fetuses, infants, children, and pregnant women. The risk to infant and children's health and development is unambiguous. It's unconscionable that we as a country are ignoring clear science and putting the health and safety of our children at risk, given the scientific consensus around the dangers of chlorpyrifos and the newfound pressures on the current administration to reinstate the previously planned ban of this pesticide. It's time for Minnesota to start planning for the future. And this is our opportunity to act on a state level to ban this dangerous neurotoxin and find better, safer, and healthier ways to grow our food supply." And that ends my remarks at this time, Mr. Chair, and I know there are testifiers.
Okay. Thank you, Representative Lippert. We have a list of testifiers here, starting with Bonnie Wurtz. Please identify yourself and proceed with your testimony.
Dear House Agricultural Committee, my name is Bonnie Wurtz and I currently live in Roseville, Minnesota. I was living in Melrose, Minnesota when I faced a pesticide poisoning, which I will share with you now. Please listen to my story and support HF670. My family and I were living in rural Minnesota, renting a small farm in 2012. The neighboring farm was spraying their field by plane. As it flew closer, my ex-husband and I took shelter in our house and closed all of our windows. Our son was 8 months old. Moments later, we heard the plane fly over. It sounded so close, we thought it was going to crash. Seconds passed when suddenly the room I was in began to fill with a white mist, which was coming in around the air conditioner unit. I stumbled out coughing and was having trouble breathing. My ex-husband rushed me and my infant son to the ER, and that night I fought for my life as I had been exposed to extremely high levels of chlorpyrifos, a deadly neurotoxin. After the incident, the Minnesota Department of Agriculture came out to do an inspection. The applicator was in error. The following summer, I did air monitoring with a tool called the drift catcher to document the levels of chlorpyrifos that my family was being exposed to. Chlorpyrifos is known for causing developmental delays and other health problems in children. Up until this point, our son had met all of his developmental milestones. Shortly after the second spray season, when my son was about 2.5, he had a regression in speech. Our family moved off the farm into the city to find answers. He would be almost 4 before he could say mama consistently after 1.5 years of speech therapy. When my son was about 6 years old, he was diagnosed with ADHD and autism. The EPA has concluded there is no safe levels for exposure. I will leave you with this final thought. For families who have children with disabilities, leaving this chemical on the market for one more day is one more day too long. It is my sincere hope that Minnesota will see a complete ban on chlorpyrifos this legislative session to keep our children in Minnesota safe. Thank you for introducing this bill.
Thank you for your comments. Next up, we have Darren MacBeth. Please identify yourself and continue with your testimony.
Mr. Chair, Darren MacBeth, representing CropLife America. Chlorpyrifos is a broad-spectrum insecticide registered by the EPA for use and control on a number of insect pests. Products containing chlorpyrifos are registered for over 50 agricultural uses, including fruit and vegetable crops, tree nuts, sorghum, wheat, and other food uses. There are over 60 FIFRA Section 3 registrations and over 30 FIFRA Section 24C special local need registrations for products containing chlorpyrifos. Overall usage has declined in the past decade, but increased for some specific uses such as sorghum, sweet corn, and sunflowers. House File 670, which would unilaterally ban chlorpyrifos in Minnesota only, is premature and could place Minnesota out of sync with anticipated guidance from EPA. Since its first registration in 1965, chlorpyrifos has been reviewed repeatedly by career scientists with an EPA for tolerance reassessment, re-registration, and most recently as part of its ongoing registration review. The timeline published on EPA's website summarizes the work they have done to ensure that as science and technology evolve, registered chlorpyrifos products remain safe for use. Regarding the current registration review, EPA published a proposed interim decision for the safe use of chlorpyrifos in just December of 2020. The agency proposed a 60-day comment period, which was extended to March 7th, 2021, due to the change in EPA leadership under the Biden administration. This comment period is now closed. Given the sheer number of comments EPA has to process and review, a decision is likely within the next couple of months. In summary, chlorpyrifos is safe when used according to EPA regulatory guidance and the Minnesota Department of Agriculture's added best management practices. It's authorized for use in over 100 countries. It's been subject to more than 4,000 studies and reports regarding its safety and efficacy. It's subject to stringent label restrictions. Until EPA issues its final guidance, growers and applicators in Minnesota should be allowed to use this product in accordance with label restrictions and existing state VMPs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up is Emily Marquez. Please identify yourself and proceed with your testimony.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon to the committee. I'm Emily Marquez. I have a PhD in biology, and I'm a staff scientist at Pesticide Action Network. I'm speaking in support of Bill HF670 to stop using the neurotoxic pesticide chlorpyrifos. In Minnesota, through my organization, I've done air monitoring with people in rural communities where we monitor the air for evidence of pesticide drift. Bonnie Wurtz is one of our community partners who did air monitoring in Melrose the year after she was drifted on and poisoned by chlorpyrifos in her own home. When she did air monitoring at her house, she found levels of chlorpyrifos in the air that well exceeded levels of concern according to US EPA's 2016 Human Health Risk Assessment. But levels of concern is too simple a term. What exposure to chlorpyrifos really means for children is disruption of their brain development. These effects include decreased IQ scores and impaired cognitive, behavioral, and social development in children. These effects on children's brains will likely last a lifetime because the human brain doesn't have much capacity to repair itself. This is too great a consequence for us to ask people to bear in order to keep on using this dangerous pesticide. People eating produce can get exposed to chlorpyrifos through residues on their food at levels that have been shown to result in injury to the brain in developing children. Chlorpyrifos is authorized for use on nearly 50 crops, including food like fruits, vegetables, and nuts that are heavily consumed by children. In addition, chlorpyrifos residues are found regularly by USDA testing of food crops imported to the US. We have more than enough scientific evidence to ban chlorpyrifos and have known enough for over 20 years. It's time to ban this pesticide, and this committee can take an important step in moving this bill forward. Thank you.
Thank you for your input. Next up, we have Bill Bond. Please identify yourself again and proceed with testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Bill Bond, Executive Director of the Minnesota Crop Production Retailers. I would point out that we have a board member in the Red River Valley, northwestern part of the state, who points out that should this bill go through and you ban this pesticide in our state, that the farmers that farm on the Minnesota side of the Red River would not be able to use it, while those on the North Dakota side would be free to continue using the product. Until the EPA makes its decision, this is a premature bill and decision. Thank you.
Thank you for your insight on that, Mr. Bond. We can move on to Deborah Bennett. Please identify yourself and offer your testimony.
Thank you for the opportunity to address the committee. My name is Debbie Bennett, and I'm a professor at the University of California, Davis, Elaine Graham University. I'm representing myself here today. I'm here to express my support for eliminating the use of chlorpyrifos in Minnesota. I will speak only in regard to my concern over the impact of exposure to chlorpyrifos during pregnancy on child neurodevelopment. Neurodevelopmental effects are seen at much lower levels of exposure than those when there's things such as poisoning that can cause a decrease in chloranesterase, which is why it needs to be completely eliminated. There have been over 25 studies that have found exposure to organophosphate pesticides associated with poor cognitive, behavioral, and social development in children. Outcomes impacted by exposure include decreased working memory, processing speed, and IQ in elementary school-age children. Prenatal exposure has also been associated with increased risk of ADHD in multiple studies. Confidence in the relationship between exposure and outcome increases when the same adverse effects are seen in both human epidemiology studies and animal studies. While this concurrence exists, effects on cognition, motor activity, and social behaviors have been repeatedly seen in animal studies. I want to come back to the affected population, children. Children are our future. We hear this repeatedly in the news today as we express concern over getting kids back to school. The same idea applies as we think about ensuring the children born in the future in Minnesota have the opportunity to reach their full potential in terms of cognitive ability to go on to be leaders and contributors to society. I also want to touch on disparities in exposure. Farm worker populations have the highest level of exposure, while those populations that have the means to consume only organic fruits and vegetables have the lowest exposure. We need regulations that can reduce exposures to all pregnant women, regardless of race, ethnicity, and income, allowing all children to develop to their full potential. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your input. Next up, we have Tristan Romans. Please identify yourself once again and offer your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. My name is Tristan Romans. I work for Central Farm Service in South Central Minnesota, full service ag retail co-op serving Minnesota and Iowa. I oppose the 670. The EPA and the MDA have both said that when the label's followed, it's an effective and safe product to use. Eliminating this tool out of the toolbox for growers is just going to put more pressure on other active ingredients to eliminate pests and also raise concerns of pest resistance. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much once again here. Okay, in addition to the testifiers, there's written testimony submitted by Dr. Megan Horton from Pesticide Action Network, Minnesota Farm Bureau, the Minnesota Corn Growers Association, and the Red River Valley Sugar Beet Growers Association. We have ample time for questions to the witnesses or the author. Any questions to the witnesses or the author? Chair Hansen, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to ask Commissioner Place a question.
Commissioner Place, are you available? Yep. Go ahead with your question, Representative Hansen, please, Chair Hansen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Commissioner Place, we've heard a lot about the label and EPA and the good work that you've been doing. It's my understanding is that the federal government, FIFRA, is a floor of regulation, not a ceiling. Is that correct?
Commissioner Place, please.
Mr. Chair, Representative Hansen, yes, it is true that states can go further than federal law. as it pertains to FIFRA.
Follow up, Chair Hansen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioner Place. So states can lead by putting restrictions on pesticides. They don't have to get EPA approval. They can deny registration or cancel, or the legislature can do as such. Is that correct?
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, Representative Hansen, that's correct.
Okay. Chair Hansen, follow up.
That's it for me.
Okay, thank you. Representative Anderson, please. You might be muted there. Representative Anderson, you might be muted.
Should know that by now. Sorry, Mr. Chair. If Ms. Place would be available to answer a question again. Ms. Place, you know, the EPA came out with some rulings during the winter, last fall, pertaining to a dicamba, in saying the federal label was basically the law, and states couldn't make changes by rulemaking, but could by legislative process. So when you answer that last question, you're saying that according to EPA, we could make state changes in the label on this chemical, for example. Is that correct?
Commissioner Place, please.
Mr. Chair, Representative Anderson, yes, state legislators could make changes that go beyond FIFRA regulations.
Okay, follow up for Representative Anderson.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. To your knowledge, have any other states done so? California, for example, any other states, have they gone and done this, made a tighter label registration on this chemical? To your knowledge, has that happened?
Commissioner Place.
Mr. Chair, Representative Anderson, yes. The other states that have banned chlorpyrifos in the United States include Hawaii, Maryland, New York, and Oregon. And I think there's also, the European Commission discontinued chlorpyrifos use in the European Union after February of 2020.
Okay. Representative Anderson?
No further questions.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any other questions for the testifier or the author, please? Okay, there's a fiscal note completed, and it showed the fiscal impact of the Ag Fund and pesticide regulatory account. Seeing no further discussion, any closing comments?
Mr. Chair?
Oh.
Representative
yes.
Morrison is now with us.
Oh, okay. Terrific. Representative Morrison, welcome to the committee. Thank you so much for your compelling arguments to see this bill move forward. Any closing comments?
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members, and I apologize that my last bill in another committee went too long, and I appreciate Representative Lippert standing in to present the bill for me. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to present the bill. I think it's time we start having this conversation in Minnesota. Chlorpyrifos has been shown to be a dangerous insecticide for developing fetuses, children, and pregnant women. So thank you for your consideration.
Terrific, thank you. Hearing that, no further comments. Representative Lippert renews his motion that 670 be laid over for possible inclusion in the omnibus ag finance bill.